Also, practice slowing down your speech and your movements. When you're anxious and nervous, especially as a newbie and you're opening a girl, you're going to want to tend to talk very fast and slur your words and mumble and bumble and move frenetically like this. Practice going out for a month or for a week and just opening slowly, allowing space and room and silence, pauses between when you get her attention. It's like, hey, I wanted to meet you. I think you're beautiful. You see those pauses? Those are very important. Instead of saying like, hey, I wanted to meet you. I think you're beautiful. That doesn't let her register all that. Also, those pauses are necessary so that you can react to what she is feeling and thinking and saying. Because you might say, hey, and then she might not yet have given you her full attention. Then you have to wait. It's like, hey, she's talking to a friend. Hey, tap her on the shoulder. Hey, get her full attention. That might take you 10 seconds to do. Once you have her attention, then you say, I wanted to talk to you. And then she gives you more attention. And then you say, I think you're beautiful. And then you listen and look at her face. How is she reacting to what you just said? And then you riff on that and you improvise based on that. This is all extremely improvisational, you see. So slow down your speech and your movements so that you're not flowing like water. You're like a rich, thick maple syrup or honey that is slowly pouring onto the girl. That's how you want your speech to be. Also, work on being very relaxed and present with her, experiencing her rather than stuck in your head thinking about what to say next. And you got to really relax. You got to be comfortable in your own skin, especially when you're at these very loud nightclubs. One of the most challenging things about loud nightclubs, like in Vegas here, is that they just blast you with ear-splitting music and everybody is in this high energy state and you just don't feel comfortable. You can barely hear yourself thinking sometimes in these clubs. And so what you have to do is you have to just stand there for 10 minutes in a club and just absorb the energy, let it fill you up, become comfortable. You have to be so comfortable in that environment. That can be difficult for us introverts because we don't like that very high stimulation. But you can train yourself to get much better at that. I've been forced to here in Vegas because we got some really obnoxious clubs. But then actually you can use that to your advantage because those obnoxious clubs then allow you to escalate very, very quickly. That's the beauty of them. That's why they're so loud to begin with. Other things for you to learn in field: be positive, be playful, and self-amusing. Have fun. Be there to have fun. First and foremost, you got to be having fun. If you're having fun, she'll start having fun with you. Don't take any of this too seriously. Make jokes. Entertain yourself while you're there. Entertain yourself more than you're entertaining the girl. The next step that you want to work on is building state. Building state means putting yourself into this fun, relaxed, very social state. It's almost like getting drunk, but you're not drinking. The way you build your state is by approaching, getting blowouts, having successes. It doesn't really matter whether you have a success or a blowout. It's going to keep building your state. The way that you fail to build state is by getting in your head and not doing approaches, and then getting more and more in your head. Or if you get blown out, then getting in your head and not doing more approaches. Building state is crucial. You want to get to a point where you're able to build your state every night you go out with a few approaches, a few warm-ups, and then you're in state. And then from that state, that's when your best approaches will happen. It's very hard to have great approaches unless you're in state. And especially the way that I do it, I all the nights that I've gone out, hundreds of nights that I've gone out, thousands of girls that I've talked to over years, I haven't had a single drink. So when I go out to the loudest clubs and I have the most fun, I don't drink at all. I'm completely sober. And that's what I recommend for you. Don't drink. Build your state sober. And what happens is that you'll realize that you can build your state so well, you can get so good at building your state without drinking, that you can literally have more fun sober than most people in the club have when they're drunk. And in addition to that, you'll have your full wits about you And it's the best of both worlds. And also, you're not destroying your liver and your health, and you're not wasting a bunch of money on drinks. Every drink in Vegas costs like $25. I've spent thousands. I've saved thousands of dollars of not buying a single drink. A lot of times, I have so much fun and I'm in such a good state in the club. Not always, but on many nights, that girls actually won't believe me when I say that I don't drink. In fact, that girl on Halloween, when I was pulling her to my car, she told me, "We can't go in your car. You're drunk." And I said, "I don't drink." And this sometimes, you know, sometimes this so shocks girls because they expect you just to be drinking that they literally don't believe me. This is actually a great thing. You want to have so much fun at the club that people think you're drunk, but you're not actually drunk. This means you're doing it exactly right. Now you know how to build state.